Hampton is one of the more beautiful neighborhoods of South St. Louis, and North Hampton is actually made up of two neighborhoods, Tilly's Park and Kingshighway Hills. Joining me now is President Brendan Gates and Vice President Megan Gallagher of the Kingshighway Hills Neighborhood Association. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
So you have to tell everybody, where is the what is that neighborhood considered? Give us the boundaries.
Okay, well, we'll give you both boundaries. So North Hampton, our parent neighborhood, if you want to call it that, is east and west. On the east side, we are Hampton. I'm sorry, I could say that backwards. On the west side, we are Hampton. On the east side, it's Kingshighway. On the south side is Chippewa, and the north is Scanlon in Connecticut, which is like halfway between Filer and Arsenal. So that's the larger neighborhood that everybody knows us as, which is North Hampton. So within that is our very beautiful Kingshighway Hills. So we have Chippewa to the south and Filer to the north, then Kingshighway to the east, and Mackland to the west.
That's a pretty exciting part of town. A lot of good stuff goes on over there. A lot of good things are in that neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So let's talk about some of those good things.
Okay. So we have annual events every year. Like we have our holiday event, which is a gift wrapping party we do at the Family Resource Center, which is a great charity that operates within our neighborhood. We wrap gifts for the kids. We do that on December of every year. So this year we're going to do that on December 8th. We also have a festival every year.
In May, we're going to shoot for. We don't have an exact location or time yet, but we're shooting for May.
Well, you know what? Tell us some of the makeup of the neighborhood. What can people expect to find in this neighborhood?
It is a highly residential neighborhood. We're less commercialized than some of our peers. We have, I want to say, about 7,900 residents in North Hampton, the larger neighborhood. In Kingshighway Hills, we're probably about maybe 55% of that. Lots of beautiful brick homes with the arched doorways and the stained glass like you find in South City.
Craftsman.
Yep, craftsman style homes, sure.
Yeah, it's a good mix between like single family and multifamily units. A lot of them, they're not bland, they're all very decorated.
And Megan, you've lived there all your life.
Yeah.
So I want you to tell me like some of your early memories about the neighborhood and how you think it's changed or stayed the same over the years.
I would say a lot of it has stayed the same. A lot of the same original neighbors. A lot of them are first occupants that are still going, still kicking. A lot of younger people have moved in and are into beautifying the neighborhood as well. As soon as I could ride my bike, I was going up to Pernod, CJA, and just playing basketball in the neighborhood up there, and just have to be home when the street lights are off. So there wasn't a ton of kids when I was growing up. There's a lot more families now that you see, and a lot of them are biking as families. So you see that. We also have like the Bike St. Louis going through. A lot of people really involved with their properties. They do well at taking pride in how their property looks.
You know, talk about some of those properties. What can we expect of the homes in this neighborhood?
So Megan's being modest about some of the properties. For example, on Parker, which is the street that she lives on, the neighborhood's what is it? It's almost like a gardening club that they have on that street with the beautiful flowers and how well the yards are taken care of.
Yeah, we swap plants, flowers, all that stuff. Like, oh, this look in your yard, that look in your yard, and
the neighborhood botanical.
Yeah, we call it Parker
Gardens.
Gardens. Parker Gardens.
That's what you call yourselves.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Really neat. You know what? We have to take a quick break, but when we come back, I want to talk some more about this neighborhood. We'll have more with the Kingshighway Hills after this. Stay with us.